Well, the first thing of it is, I'm a big person on a person's credibility and who they are and who they are as a person. So basically, I would say if they would go out and look for a person not on their educational background and how many degrees they have, more so look for a person that is a credible person that has a unique style about them. Purposely somebody that's from a small town. They got small town values and understand the simple needs of a child, such as having vocational things in a school, a unique way of educating kids, because everybody don't sit in a classroom in a chair and learn. Like myself, I need to move around. I need to use my hands. I need a teacher that can interact with me. If in case I am a Hispanic person or somebody that has special needs, we need a person that understands the whole spectrum of education and not be in the sandbox that's which we in now. That's the reason why we're having problems now. Everybody want to jump in that little sandbox and say this is the way education need to be. And the world has changed a lot since I was young, and I'm 50. How are you going to address the needs when Title IX comes to you and give you a report on a teacher that's doing wrong or maybe a coach that's doing wrong? How are you going to address that? Because right now, Title IX can come in and say this teacher is doing this, and it's up to the principal. And I think that needs to be taken out of the principal's hand and solely let the superintendent make that issue. Because sometimes you can let an issue go past, and like with certain schools, it was a person there that if Title IX hadn't did their job, they would have been still in the school doing wrong. As a board member, first of all, I want to give the teachers above average living wage. That's the first and foremost. The second, I want them to have bonuses. I want them to feel that they are needed and loved. Our teachers need to know that they just like our superheroes of today. They need to know if a child is messing up in class, they take them out of the classroom, they extract them from the classroom and take them to the principal's office. That child should go home. It should be a zero tolerance. If we have to get the respect back for the kids, for the teachers. If we get the respect back and the pay, because everybody knows if you pay a person right, they will beat you to work. The culture issue is the behavior of the kids. The kids know that they run the school. And we need to change the narrative. Right now, the abnormal is normal in CMS, and we need to take and make normal normal again. Kids need to understand if you disrespect an adult, it's consequences. And right now, till this day, we're not disciplining our child as kids. We wait until they're adults and somebody else has to discipline them. So until we get the respect level back in CMS, you're going to always have that problem. And another thing we need to do is tap into our military veterans that's here in North Carolina that have bachelor degrees and that's sitting at home and that would love to come into the school system and teach the kids, because they have a history of dealing with all types of situations. And I'm sure if you dealt with the military and the vets and stuff and get them in school, it'll be a better, much, much better discipline in the school system. Well, first of all, I think CMS is doing a great job right now. Everything could be much better. So I feel like the first thing of it is you need to tap into the internet and see what's going on a lot of these kids' pages. See if high schools have pages where they're doing talking outside of the school and what's going to go on the next day. Because in certain high schools, there's only one or two kids that control the whole school. So I would think if we get, number one, you get a lot more, get more BMTs in school. Ones that handle the girls and ones that handle the boys. Because a male BMT is scared to touch a girl. Because here come a situation of you touching me the wrong way, so a man is scared to touch a girl. And then you need to have cameras in the classrooms. And then once again, you need a zero tolerance. Me, myself, a lot of people be like sitting up saying, he's saying that? Yes, I'm saying that. Because if you have a zero tolerance, if you assault somebody, you go to jail. You go from the schoolhouse to the jail. And understand that these are the consequences to hitting somebody, because a fight can turn into a death situation quick. You hit somebody, they hit their head on the cafeteria floor and they die. It's no longer child's play now. North Carolina is one of the places that will sentence a child as an adult to death. So if you don't want your child to die, we need to have the hard consequences for our kids. Well, I think you need to, number one, get the community involved in what's going on in the school. It's a disconnect between the community and the school. When I was going to school, everybody knew everybody, and which I know times have changed, but they don't have to be changed that much. We have to get the community activists into the schools. We got to get the parents that's not working or take their days off to walk the halls. And you know, in the district that I'm in, you're really not going to have someone coming to the school doing shootings, you know, because half of the kids don't have internet to even to understand what's going on. But I mean, basically, I think it all starts off at home. The school is doing their job. It's just when the kids leave school is when the problem comes. So that's the biggest issue. If we can all just become one big family again, and just start loving our kids up and making them understand we love you regardless if you're an A student or a D student. Just, we need to love them. And that's what they're missing. Well, first of all, Gaston County, you said Catawba County?
Yep, Catawba, Union, Gaston, Cabarrus, and CMS.
You can't even compare those to Charlotte, North Carolina. You're talking about little county schools. We're talking about little county school. We in a big metropolis. Our kids are exposed to things that half of those kids don't see till they get grown. So the things that our kids have to deal with on a day-to-day basis, they don't have to see them in the county. I'm from Chester County. Everybody go to elementary together, go to high school together. They still building high schools in Charlotte. So, like in District 2 where I'm at, you can walk off campus and be on Batesford Road into everything. Everything. See, our kids are dealing with a total different spectrum of problems than a kid is dealing with in a little town. And the only way to answer to the question is, the only way our kids gonna get better is to have these simple wraparound things. They doing good when they're at school. It's the problem when they leave. Our kids don't have lights. Our kids don't have water. Some of them don't even have internet. Some of them don't even have a parent at home when they get there. So until we address the simple needs of our kids, we can't go no farther, because half of them hungry. The only meal they get at school is the school food, and they come home, they got to go out and get a job and work, and then they get home, they got to get ready for school, and they don't even have time to do their homework. So we are not dealing with kids of our day, we're dealing with young adults now. So they're dealing with adult issues. So until we get our kids back to being kids, we're gonna keep having the same problems. Well, I would say, I don't think CMS has failed the kids, not one time. I graduated from CMS. My daughter's in CMS. I have a daughter that's bilingual. She goes to Oaklawn with Hispanic kids. I have a daughter just graduated from Northwest School of the Arts. She's going to school to be a veterinarian. It's all about, once again, we cannot put our problem on CMS. Our problem lies at home. We have to get the parents back involved. We have to have some type of tutoring session for the parents, because my daughter come home and I can't even help her with her math, okay? And I thought I was doing math right until they told me they had new math, and I'm lost. I mean, hey, math has changed, things have changed. I mean, I used to go knock on the door to say hey to a girl. Now you can just do it through the phone. So, I mean, life has changed, so CMS is doing a great job. It's just a simple fact of the matter of, we have gotten into a nation that I want my child to do this. And some people want their kids to have what they think is better. So who am I or you or anybody else to tell them not to take their child and their federal dollars over here to do this? Or my child goes to Oakland Language Academy because I want her to be bilingual. Now she is taking dance at Northwest. She wants to be an obstetrician. In the 6th grade, she already knows what she wants to do. So I feel that if a parent can afford to or have the wherewithal in their mind to say, I want to better my child, then let them do so. It has nothing to do with CMS or the charter school, or you got some go to Country Day. You got some go to Charlotte Latin. You got some go to Charlotte Christian. It's all about what you want for your child. And I applaud any parent that want better, but I'm not saying, I think CMS did a great job. I graduated from CMS and I'm a great person.